my third time narrating this battle because of such a stupid idiot. First, I forgot to turn on the mic. Second, I found out I haven't got the necessary edits. And third, so this is the third attempt, so hopefully nothing goes wrong. And this is against pwnobi, whose name would suggest that he kinda kicks my ass a lot, which he does live up to his name. And it's supposed to be a UU match. I bought a UU team, but he kinda bought an RU team, but it's sort of an whatever sort of thing. And this team selection was kinda quick because it's sort of straightforward. The only thing that remotely scares me right now is that Porygon Z, which I really have nothing for because normal resists are hard to come by. I do not have a ghost type. My only steel type is Steelix, and you can already guess how well that's gonna take a tri attack from a freaking Porygon Z, which might I add has more special attack than Glaceon does, but let's not dwell on the fact because it sucks. Anyway, I lead my Lifer because it's my lead and I have no idea what he wants to lead with, but after he leads with this Primate, I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna be Scarf because that's all 4th gen Primates are, and I am predicting the U-turn instead of the close combat here because it's still too early for him to be launching those off, although I don't really think that there's any drawbacks to launching close combats wildly, especially when you're choiced. I sent out my Charizard to quad resist the U-turn and to lure out the Stamirod because I'm not too afraid of the Stamirod since I do have a Suicune, but he sends out this Umbreon instead, which kind of puzzles me as to what he wants to do. But then again, I have a Steelix, which completely and utterly puts a full stop to any freaking Umbreon, which, yeah, do I need to explain that anymore? So how comes this freaking fucking bananas, or what should be fucking bananas but it's not, and I go for the Toxic here, and seeing that all Gliscors these days have Poison Heal, I'm kind of thinking that this Gligar might have something poison related to his ability, but whatever, he gets hurt from poison, I'm happy. So now I'm predicting the Stealth Rocks, so I send out my Grace Glaze because it's a free turn to come in and wreck shit, and I don't really see anything on his team that can take a base 130 special attack, base 95 power spec, step Ice Beam to the face that well. Even that Stamirod should take quite a good chunk from it, and this freaking Gligar, even if it's Eviolite, which it probably is, wouldn't survive it at all. I personally guarantee you that, but I am gonna go for the Hidden Power Grass, predicting a freaking Stamirod, but out comes this Umbreon, which kinda puzzles me because he must be stupid, drunk, retarded, and mad to think that a freaking Umbreon can take a base 130 special attack, base 95 power spec, step Ice Beam from my Grace Glaze, which is Ace. However, I am locked into Hidden Power Grass, which isn't doing anything at all, and I am predicting him to predict my switch into Steelix, which is why I'm gonna switch out to my Suicune, predicting, no, I'm gonna send out my Ivysaur, predicting the switch back to that Gligar because I can leave City, and I doubt he can do anything to me because most Gligars or even Gliscors don't carry flying moves that much. So out comes my Ivysaur, because even if he didn't switch into that Gligar, I could leave Seed Toxic stall that freaking Umbreon, but he sends out this Stamirod, which works out in my favor anyway. I wasn't predicting it, I'll be honest, but I just thought, you know what, I'll just blindly go for more Toxics because why not? So out comes this freaking Weezing, and I'm thinking, alright, I am kinda screwed. Except not really, because I have a Charizard which can wall this Weezing to death, except Stealth Rocks. But I was predicting the Thunderbolt because pwnobi is a very skilled player, he does predict, but then again, this is my physically bulky Charizard, and although Thunderbolt is a special attack, I am bulky and it's still a freaking Weezing. So I go for the Dragon Tail and got a low crit on the freaking Umbreon, so GTFO, you useless piece of dark. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna say anything more because I think I'm gonna sound a bit like a racist. So if I'm honest here, I could have went for the Flare Blitz because I was in the Blaze range and he does have -1, so my Flare Blitz will totally obliterate this thing. But I kinda want my Charizards to take more Will-O-Wisp and Fire Blast from the Weezing, so I thought I'd chance it and stay in, go for the Roost, because if I switch out, I'd die pretty much. I don't have a Rapid Spinner, because the only Rapid Spinner in UU as far as I can tell is Hitmontop, and well, let's just say I don't like it a lot. So I go for the Dragon Dance as he switches, and he goes for the Toxic, misses. It might not seem like a big deal considering the fact that I do have the Lumberry, but then again, it does give me one free turn to do whatever I want untoxic if he does decide to try toxicking me again. So comes this Gligar. I'm not too terribly afraid of the Stone Age if he carries it, or if he does have the Earthquake and predicts me. I am physically bulky, so I can set up all over this Gligar, and he knows that, so he's gonna U-turn out and go to that freaking Samuro as I Dragon Tail him, because I am a pro player and I can predict like a god as soon as he makes his move. Like now. So I have no idea. Wait, what? Oh, right. I kind of moved first, so yeah, don't ask me why I stayed in here. I just didn't want to take more Stealth Rock damage, and I was Dragon Dunstar up, so I was reluctant to switch, even if it meant dying. But works out in my favor. He goes for the Sword Stance, thinking he can be an arrogant cock and set up on me. But no, I go for the Dragon Tail because I'm a pro player, as I've already said. And of course, this Porygon Z, which kind of made me shit my pants because most of them are scarfed. And this is a freaking physically bulky Charizard, so it's not got that much speed at all. But I do outspeed it, get a freaking +1 stat Flabbies off, which doesn't kill this freaking Porygon Z, and I was like, But to be honest, I wasn't really expecting it to. But now that my Charizard's dead, I can send out my Liepard to Sucker Punch this thing, or I can send out my Steelix to resist its probably Choice Specs Try Attack. But I think that my Liepard Sucker Punch is a bit too obvious, so I don't want him to, you know, switch out and ruin all my efforts. And if I send out my Steelix here, I can, you know, make sure that he is choice like I predict, like I, you know, think he is. So I go for the Raw, predicting the switch, and to be honest here, this Steelix of mine isn't really too useful. I mean, for starters, it's supposed to have leftovers, but because random Wi-Fi is a bitch and forces item claws down your throat, I kinda give it Chesto Berry for the rest. And it's a rest talking set which restores my sturdy and, you know, cures any burns I might take because I made it to take statuses. And I have Roar and Toxic, meaning that Weezing walls me completely and utterly dead. Then again, Weezing kind of walls any Steelix dead anyway. So out comes this Samuro. I kind of told myself I wasn't afraid of this thing at the start, but I kind of grew afraid of it. And if my Scald there didn't burn, it would have been really ugly. Let's just put it that way. But I do get a burn with my event Suicune, which is relaxed nature because, you know, fucking events. So I'm gonna send out my Ivysaur here, predicting the whatever he's gonna do. Actually, I wasn't predicting anything. I just wanted my Suicune at a respectable health to deal with his other threats later on. I forget which exactly it was. It probably was that Weezing. But after an essentially +2 Mega Horn doesn't kill me, I am in overgrow range. Not that it matters because I don't have a grass attack move. The only attack move I have is Hidden Power Fire for Pharaoh Seeds and such. But then again, looking back, most of the guys on this team is retarded and stupid and mad and drunk because I don't know, it's the first time I've actually tried making fucked up sets for 5th gen, because I used to do that a lot in 4th gen, but I kind of just stopped doing that in 5th gen for some reason. But my Ivysaur is at a 3rd health right now, and without, you know, leftovers, I don't really see too much of a use for it. But then again, I see less of a use for my Steelix, so I'm basically sending it out for Death Order here, and he Mega Horns here, and my Steelix is like, "Lol, what? Did you just lol, ha 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 ha." So I am gonna go for the rest here as he hopefully dies to his burn and see this, the next turn, which he would. But then again, he waterfalls me, and guess what happens? He flinches me. Oh my god, I can't believe this fucking shit. Oh my god, this, whatever the other loser narrators say these days. But then again, it would have been nice to get a rest off since it would restore my sturdy and what was I? But whatever, I'm just sending this thing out for Death Order anyway, so it kind of isn't too much of a big deal. But then again, being able to survive this close combat while sleeping, I might have been able to get a Toxic off. Whatever, I don't really care. I might have just rolled him out though, which would be worse because he would have, you know, just lost his defense drops that is very important to my victory and my convenience, as I shall now show you here. as I will now survive a close combat because this thing is relaxed nature, and I thought, you know what, fuck it, since it's relaxed, just give it max defense and max HP. Why not? So I'm just gonna go for the skull here. After 2 defense drop, it does ridiculously a lot of damage, but I do have the extreme speed because this is an event Suicune, and I am going to use it and kill him off here. So SteelX, your sacrifice has not been in vain because I'm such a pro player and I sacrifice pokes for the greater good. SteelX, you have done your job. Though most of the credit goes to Suicune, so you can just suck it. So out comes this Weezing, and I could go for the Scald, hope for the burn, but then again, for some reason, something possessed me and I didn't do that. I'm gonna switch out to my Ivysaur, predicting the Thunderbolt, and I can get a freaking lead seed off before he kills me with Fire Blast, which will hopefully miss, and I can get, you know, more Stolly action. However, after I go for the lead seed and I humorously outspeed him, lol, I'm not even fully evolved with Pock. So I had to do this narration in 2 parts because stuff happened and I have no idea where I left off because I am too lazy deck to check. Oh, Grace Glaze, that can't be good for him. So yeah, Stealth Rocks and such and stuff. So he sends out this Umbreon again, which kinda makes me, okay fine, I already know it's his special wall and such. But as I've said, he's got to be drunk, mad, stupid and retarded to think that this stupid Umbreon can wall my Glaceon. I have base 130 special attack, sir. I don't care if you have base 130 special defense or however much you have. I don't know, I never checked, but you know what, who cares, they're gonna die right now. Sorry if that sounds a bit too racist, but whatever, I killed that Umbreon. I am very happy to be able to kill another evolution with my Glaceon. It hasn't happened in quite a while because no one has the balls to use anything other than Glaceon against me. But out comes this Porygon Z, which has scared me shitless from the start, and it's kind of similar to my Glaceon in the fact that, you know, it's probably specs, and the fact that, you know, nothing on either of our teams can take on, you know, each other's specs guys. So out comes my lies because that is the only way I have of actually winning this, which is to go for the Sucker Punch, not kill and then die. And then come in with Suicune and extreme speed him, hopefully get a crit, and you know, yeah. Of course he's the one that gets the crit because, you know, the Hex Gods just like to rub insult to injury, as any of you might know from watching other videos. So out comes my Suicune, falls just short of the low 69 HP. I'm pretty sure my Ivysaur hit that just now, and you know, it's a flower and such. But you know, I'm not gonna make that joke, and I am not gonna kill him even with the crit that I didn't get. And then he's able to try to attack me off this. So that's a good game, pwnobi. I hate you, I hate your guts. And well, yeah, good game, goodbye. What else is there to say? I need more battles, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, thanks, bye.